All right, we're recording. We're going to get the show on the road. Happy Thursday, you guys. If you are new, this Thursday Zoom happens every week. Well, unless unless I miss it like last week, which is very rare. But I was actually on an airplane, so we had to skip last week's, but that's okay because we're going to make this week extra specially good. So if you're new, make sure you save the link and save the time in your phone. And, one of the things that I always stress to everybody is it's your responsibility to make sure that you're getting your team members on these Zooms, because staying plugged in is the number one thing that is going to keep people growing and motivated. It like 100% mindset is 99% of success. And to keep the right mindset in network marketing and in our business is to stay plugged in as much as possible. And one of the ways to do that is by hopping on team Zooms and, just kind of staying in the know and, staying plugged into other people that have a like-minded vision like yourselves. If you guys are new, let us know in the chat. If you are maybe just in less than 30 days, let us know in the chat. If you're new, we want to welcome you and welcome you to the best, fastest growing team in Lavelle. We still hold the record in the company for the fastest team ever to hit the 200K spot. And honestly, you guys, we haven't slowed down since we started 4.5 years ago. And so excited because Lavelle brought back bonuses, which means that through the summer, we can bring on brand new people. And then even people that have been with us, and you guys can try to hit the bonuses. And who doesn't want a $4,000 or a $12,000 bonus, right? I mean, we all want one of those. So the cool thing is Lavelle is always surprising us and always just keeping us on our toes and they're always dangling a carrot. It's just up to us to stay in the game. And, one of the things I stressed when we just got out of our bonus season, January through April, one of the things that I stressed then, and I want to stress now, is that, there's always going to be more bonuses, right? Next time, this time, last time, in a year, in 2 years, in 5. That's the amazing thing about Lavelle is they're always coming out with new things and new ways for us to run harder and grab more money. The fact of the matter is that it's timing for everybody on here. And so this time it may be your time. It might be your time next time, but it will never be your time if you don't stay plugged in and consistent all the time. And that is really the key to this industry, network marketing in general, and anything in life is consistency. If you want to see results, you have to be consistent. How long you have to be consistent, that's different for every single person on here. Because we all have different backgrounds, we all have different stories, we all have different networks, we all have different strengths and weaknesses, things we need to work on. And the one thing that I have been able to see happen over the last almost 11 years I've been doing network marketing. 11 years ago is when I decided to stop waiting tables and bartending and take a leap of faith and say, you know what? I'm scared. I don't know what this is. I think it's a pyramid scheme. I don't know. But I'm going to jump in and I'm going to see what happens because I'm desperate and I need to change my family's income. I need something new to happen because I was on that merry-go-round of literally living less than paycheck to paycheck. I was on that merry-go-round of borrowing money from my mom and, saving money every year for Christmas all year to give my kids the most mediocre Christmas ever. I mean, putting things back at the grocery store. I was done. I was tired. I hadn't had a new car. I was 36 years old. I had never owned a new vehicle. And the car I was driving at the time was about to break down. I mean, if y'all saw it, I posted pictures before. It was quite embarrassing for me and my kids. And I needed to do something. Change needed to happen. How many of you guys are on the Zoom tonight and change needs to happen for you? You're like, this is it. I am done. Something has to give. Things have to change in my life because if they don't, I'm going to wake up, I'm going to be 82 years old and I'm going to be like, here's my life. I never got to do the things I wanted to do. I never got to live the kind of life I wanted to live. I never got to give back to others because I never had the money to even take care of myself. I mean, you don't want it to be there someday. And if you're on this Zoom tonight, then you get it. This is your opportunity. Now it's just about believing that it is, knowing that it is, and getting that mindset, and then getting that consistency and knowing that it's going to happen. And again, one of the benefits of being in this 11 years is I've got to see a lot of people come in, and I've got to see a lot of people go. A lot of people, you guys, more go, right? I mean, I have people sign up all the time, and within 2 weeks, when they don't get their VIP bonuses, they've already quit. They've already given up on themselves. But what I have seen, and I know is true, is that the people that stick it out, the people that get consistent, the people that are in it for the long haul, they always, not just sometimes, they always see success. They always get to a place where this is making a difference in their life financially. So that's why we're all here, right? If we just wanted to be customers and use the products, we wouldn't be on this Zoom right now, because we already know the products are amazing. We already know that Le-Vel and every single product in this company is a game changer for people. I mean, you all are here because you tried our 3-step system or one of the Le-Vel products and it changed you. You were like, holy crap, this stuff is great. And I think I know other people that would want to use it. So we already know that part, that piece, right? But we're on this call tonight because we want to make money. We want to see success. We want to change our family's life, not just with these products, but financially too. And so that's what we're going to help you guys do each and every week when you get on our Zooms. I mean, gosh, if you guys don't plug into Stacy's Sunday night Zoom, which is incredible, you guys need to be. Wednesday nights, Excel Empire. You guys have your own leaders that do their Zooms. And then, of course, this Zoom on Thursday nights, and every Tuesday day, we have a Zoom where I interview a different 200K or an 80K leader in the company that shares their story and their tips. And that is a gold Zoom. So if you're not plugging into it or listening to the replay, you absolutely have to. So 2 weeks ago when we were on the Zoom, I actually did a Q&A. And if y'all know me, Q&As don't get too far because it takes me like an hour to answer one topic or question. But I'm going to try to be better tonight. I thought that went so well. And I had so many people message me after that Zoom and they were like, oh my God, that was fire. That was so good. Do you have the recording? I think I had more people ask me for the recording of that Zoom than than any other Zoom in a really long time. So I thought, you know what, this week, I want to know what you guys want. I want to know what you guys want to talk about, what you want to hear, what you want some tips on. And then I will take the 11 years I've been in this industry, the successes and the failures, probably failures more than anything that I've learned from, and let me give you guys some tips. And I actually put a post out in the Dream Team page. And I'm going to start with those. I'm going to try to get through as many as I can. But I kind of just said, hey, what are some topics you'd like to hear me give some tips on, or, you know, any specific questions you have. And if you do, you guys, that post is in the Dream Team 2021 page. If you want to go put it there, to be honest with you, I'm going to start at the top. That's probably the place to put it, because it's going to probably get lost in the chat here. Or you can put it in the chat, but let me pull it up really quick. And please post below your topics or questions. Okay. And I'm just going to go, and you know what I hate about Facebook, y'all? Why it does that whole, some of the comments don't show. Why? I want to see all the comments. Why does it do that? But I'm hopefully going to start, and I think it's showing all of them actually. Well, some of them, who knows? We'll see. But Dominique had quite a few, so many good ones. So I'm going to start with hers. And like I said, if you guys have some questions, you can put them underneath that post in the Dream Team page. It's like the second post in there, or you can put them in the chat on here and I'll try to get to those too. But her first question was, or her first topic was onboarding new promoters. And this is such a good topic for right now, you guys, because we're signing new people. It's summer. I mean, if you guys are not taking advantage of the people that you see in the summer, we actually see more people during summer months and the month of December than any other time of year. But yet it tends to be the slowest for people's businesses. And I don't know why, because it's never been for me. Those have always personally been my 2 busy months. And it's because I work my business belly to belly, where a lot of you guys only work your business through social media. You're really missing out on a whole crap ton of people in this world if you're only centering your business around social media. Like, if you really want to get to 200K, if you really want to grow and get outside the box, you've got to be open to all ways to growing your business, not just sitting around on your phone and through the computer, which, you know what, we've had people on this team that's how they built their business, and that's great. But I can tell you that I've gotten places a lot faster because I'm willing to do it lots of different ways. Now that COVID is kind of lifted, we've got expos and events that you can do. There's places you can set up tables. And I remember when I first started in network marketing, I didn't have support from my friends and family. I don't know how many of you guys get support from yours, but my friends and family did not support me. They all were like, I don't want to buy what you're selling. My mom and my sister said I was crazy. And so immediately, right away, when I signed up, I was like, okay, I don't like this feeling. I don't like people telling me no. And I certainly don't like my friends and family thinking that I'm kind of some kind of scam artist, or I'm just trying to make money off of them. So you know what? I'm going to do this the hard way. I'm going to go talk to people that I don't know, because they won't hurt my feelings. People I don't know, I'll never see them again. And so if they say no to me, so what? But my friends and family, it hurts me when they unfriend me on Facebook. So you know what? I'm not going to even approach those people. And I didn't, you guys. For the first year that I was in this industry, I actually got to a $10,000 monthly income, and I signed one person that I knew my first year in this industry, and got to a $10,000 monthly income. So how did I do that? I did that because I decided I wasn't going to be scared to open my mouth to strangers. I was not going to be scared to say to people, take a look at this. I wasn't going to be scared to look every possible avenue that I could, ask for favors, and set up tables anywhere that I could for $50, for $100, whatever. It was a business write-off, but I just wanted to get in front of people that were going to be more receptive. And unfortunately, a lot of you guys are figuring out that strangers and acquaintances are way more helpful sometimes than our own friends and family, which is so ass backwards. Like, why you would expect your friends and family to be the people that like support you the most, right? Well, that doesn't usually happen for everybody. And you're more likely to find the lady standing next to you at the grocery store more excited about your product than your sister or your mom. So with that said, I made that decision right away that I was going to get out there and I was going to do it the hard way. And that was the smartest thing that I ever did, because for 90% of you, the hurdle that you are going to have to overcome in this business to be successful is not being scared to talk to other people about what you have. See, most of you are held back because you're afraid to do a live video because you might look stupid or sound stupid. Most of you are so scared to bring it up to the lady that's helping you at the bank, or the girl that casts you out at the grocery store, or, set up a booth someplace and talk to strangers because of the way you think you look or might sound. You've got to get over that. I got over it. I said, you know what? These people do not pay my bills. They do not have my goals. They don't have my dreams. And I am willing to do whatever it takes. Like, literally, I would have done, I was at the point in my life where somebody would have said, we had to walk around naked for a year, I would have done it. Like, if that's what was going to get me to success, I would have followed the leader and done it if that's what I was told to do. And I knew that I had to overcome that fear of the word no, and that fear of, of other people's opinions of me. Right. So this is the time of year where you are seeing so many people, you guys. You're going to weddings, you're going to graduations. COVID is lifting so many places, and people are acting like they've never been out of the house ever. So they're like, we just got back from Vegas for my daughter's 21st birthday, and I was like, holy cow. I couldn't believe it was a Monday and a Tuesday and it was that busy. I was like, people are just so happy to be out of the house because they had just lifted all the mask mandates there and everything. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. But you know what I did? I took advantage of every opportunity while I was there. I talked to my cab drivers, my Uber drivers, my waitresses. Like, dude, that's what I did for a living. And I just made sure that I got their information and got people added to Facebook. And that's the main thing, right? Is making sure that we're taking advantage of every opportunity, wearing your DFT where people can see it, making sure that you are using your products in front of people, pulling balance out of your purse at the table so people go, what is that? Like, people are curious, they're nosy by nature. You pull the balance bottle out of your purse, they're going to go, what's that? You have a patch on your arm, a sticker, they're going to go, what's that? It's just knowing at that point what to say and having your 30-second commercial ready, whatever that is for you. Oh my gosh, this is my energy, girl. Or man, this gets me out of bed every day and helps me sleep better at night. Or this makes me not want to kill my kids, whatever your thing is. So have your little 30-second commercial and speech. But once we get those people interested, once we get those people ready and they say, okay, I want to be a promoter, what do we do with those people? How do we onboard new promoters? Well, you guys, what you do with a brand new promoter is everything. What you do with somebody brand new is all they know. So what you do with them is what they are going to continue to repeat with their people. And that's what's going to spread on down the line. And so I want you guys to ask yourself, the last person you brought in, did you do everything that you wished would have been done with you? And did you do everything that you hoped they would do with anyone they sign up? Because if the answer is no, nope, I dropped the ball, I slacked. Well, guess what? Then they're not going to go that far. And if they do, they're not going to go that far with the right tools. So making sure that you have an onboarding process that is simple, keeping the main thing, but also keeping plugged in and plugging them in immediately. It's absolutely a fact that more people stay in this industry because of the community, not because of the money, right? More people stay because of the friendships, the freedom, the positive vibes, the opportunity. More people are going to stay because of those things, because we all know it takes a little while to make money. No business is, for most businesses that anybody would ever start, it takes time to make some money. We're just lucky that we're in an opportunity that people can actually start making a little bit of income right away if they jump right in and they go crazy. But some people won't make money right away. And if you want those people to stick around long enough to be able to make money and to be able to change their lives, you got to make sure you're doing those right things in the beginning. So the very first thing that I do with a new promoter is I get on a FaceTime with them or something to where we are connected, a Zoom, a FaceTime, something. I want to talk to them. I want to now take it, especially most of you, you're doing this through social media. And until you get face to face with that person, it's not going to feel real to them. Okay. So connecting in Messenger is not enough. You need to schedule something where you can talk back and forth. That's where it becomes more real. That's where you become a real person to them and their goals and dreams are now put out there and they now feel like this business is more real. So that's the first thing I do. And then I figure out what their expectations are, because I want to set that person up for success. So I want to find out exactly why they want to do this business. What's their why? That may take a little bit of digging. That's why I want to talk on the phone to them. I want to find out what is their reasoning. Why do they need to make some extra cash? And I want to know that about that person so that I can have that in my back pocket if they ever just think about quitting or if they ever have a bad day, to where I am knowledgeable and I can say, okay, girl, look, we got to get back in this. We got to push this bad day aside and keep on going because you need to make this happen because of X, Y, and Z. I also want to know their time frame. Where do they see themselves in 5 months, in 6 months, in a year? And I also want to know how much money they think they're going to be making immediately. Because if somebody comes in and says, yeah, well, I'm trying to make $10,000 my first month, then I know they're kind of looking at this as a get rich quick scheme. I want to be able to say, look, you're going to have to put a lot of time and effort into this if you want to make that kind of money. And most people don't do that. So you can kind of get their expectations to a realistic place. And then once they've decided to make that leap, now we have to decide on what package. And I usually tell my people that we are going to sit and make a list. I usually help them make that list of 2 lists. One list is potential customers in their lives. One list is potential promoters in their lives. And we talk it through. I talk about the products that we have, and I tell them as I go through the products, I want them to write down anybody that pops in their head that they think might use that product. And they start to develop a list of people. And then we make another list of people that they think might need this business in their life for one reason or another. People that maybe they have an outreach of a lot of people that they know. They have a lot of Facebook friends. They have people that trust them. They're contact rich, is what I like to call those people. Maybe they know people like that in their life. Maybe they know people that have done this kind of industry before, or have owned their own business, or are very money motivated. Maybe they know somebody that needs this because their car just broke down, or they need to put their child into dance and they don't have the money, or they want to go on their first family vacation. So they're going to make that second list. And then what I do is I teach those people how to reach out to those people, what to say, and how to play the favor card. I call it the favor card. And basically it's contacting those people, because this is me personally, but I don't want my friends and family to find out that I'm selling something on Facebook, because the second they make some snarky post about, oh, I've joined this business and I'm on a team and I'm trying to sell this, half of their friends and family have already been closed off right as soon as they see that post. So it's super important that you're making sure that they are posting the right things at the right time, and they're doing this in a certain order. And so for me, I make sure that we don't just go make a post on Facebook. I make sure we get together, we make that list of prospects. And then before they ever make a post on Facebook, I want them to be able to reach out to those people that they're thinking of that could possibly be a customer or promoter. And I want them to be able to approach them in a manner where they're basically playing the favor card. Look, I have a favor to ask you. There's this stuff. It's awesome. I tried it. I think it could help you with this, that, or the other. And I was wondering if you might try it so I can get a personal testimony from someone I know. You're more likely to get someone in your life to do you a favor than you are for them to actually buy something from you. Now, nobody wants to buy what you're selling, but they want to be the person in your life that did you a favor. I mean, our first inclination when somebody gets on the phone with us and we say, hey, could you do me a favor? The first thing that comes out of 99% of people's mouths is, sure, what do you need? Yeah, tell me about it. Tell me more. And you're probably going to find 4 people to do you a favor versus buy something from you, if that makes sense. So I like to have them approach some friends and family before they made a snarky post on Facebook that people feel like they're being sold. And then what I do is we get samples out to those people, right? I can help with those samples. Now Lavelle has made it even quicker and easier with the cloud office, so we can send them that way. There's a million ways to do it, but however you do it, getting samples in people's hands, we know that 8 out of 10 people feel something in the first 3 days of trying this product. So that's my goal. That's how I was brought in, by giving out as many samples as possible. And I know that works. So that's my goal for that new person. And then getting them in a message, a welcome message. That is so important. So the other thing I do is I get that person in a welcome message with 2 or 3 other uplines. I want them to know that it's not just me that's working with them and excited for them. It's not just me that's going to be there to help them and support them. It's not just me that thinks this business is freaking amazing. And it's not just me that thinks they can do it. I want them to hear the excitement from other people. I want them to hear that they have these other people. And here's the thing, you guys, you have new people signing new people. So if you teach this to your team, that's the best thing you could do, because if a new person decides to quit, their entire team of people that they've signed won't quit along with them if they were put in a welcome message, because they will feel comfortable connecting and going to someone else that didn't sign them. If you don't do the welcome message, they're not going to feel comfortable. They're not going to know who to go to, and they're going to quit just simply because the person that signed them quit. So the welcome message is so important. And then next is leading them on how to post their first post on Facebook. I keep it super simple. We're looking for 2 customers, 2 promoters, repeat the process. The first step is getting them thriving for free. How do we find those customers? The favor card, right? They're going to go to that list of people that they made, friends and family that they know exactly what they need and how they need and why they need Thrive in their life. And we're going to approach those people with that favor card. And then we're going to try to find 4 people. Try the products and give them their testimony, because they want somebody that they know and trust that's going to be honest about the way they're feeling, to give them some feedback. And we can get them a discount right away. There's so much that goes into this. I could do a whole hour-long call on how to onboard somebody. But the simplicity of it is super simple. It's getting face-to-face with them, finding out their why, making sure that they are making that 2 lists of people, teaching them how to reach out to people before they ever make an announcement so that it's genuine and they can play the favor card, and then teaching them, getting them in a welcome message, and then teaching them how to get out samples to people, and then how to make their first post on Facebook and tagging me in it so that I can help get in 3-way messages. And then that's the last part of the puzzle is 3-way messages. I tell my new person, they're in business for themselves, but not by themselves, that I'm not expecting them to know anything. The only thing I'm expecting them to do is get me in a message with their prospects. The second someone says, I want to know more, share it with me, tell me something, they do not answer. They simply don't even ask. They put me in a message with that prospect and they say, hi, this is my friend Lisa. She's been doing this longer than me. Lisa, this is my friend Sally. She wants to know a little bit more of the Thrive experience. I wanted you to share your story. And then I take over. I let my new person listen and learn from me talking in that voice recorder. And then I'm the one that seals the deal. I'm the one that closes everybody for them. And that's how they learn and do it for their own people. And I think also with that new person, making sure that they are plugged in. That's the other thing. I make sure that I am reminding them every night that there's a Zoom. I am sending them a link 15 minutes before saying, you have got to be on this. It's amazing. This is where you're going to learn. I make sure that I'm the one. I'm not just assuming that because I added them to a team page that they saw it or they know. They have full-time jobs. They're working. They're doing this, that, or the other. Lavelle is not as important to them as it is to me yet. It's just not. So I have to make it an importance in their life. And so that's why I have to be that person that's reminding them when there's a Zoom, what to get on, where to be, what to plug into, and making sure that they know the team page and team thread that they're in, shouting them out for everything. That's the other thing you want to do with a new person. Shout them out for their first customer. Shout them out for their second customer. Shout them out for thriving for free. Shout them out for their third customer. Shout them out for making their first Facebook Live. Shout them out for, and that's the other thing I do with a new person is I get them going live immediately. We either do an unboxing with me on, so we do a dual live with an unboxing, or they bring me on to share my Thrive experience. And we just talk about Thrive. We don't try to sell anybody. We don't say buy this or contact me for more info. We just share our stories. People are automatically going to watch and automatically going to ask questions and want to know more. But that's onboarding someone, and it's keeping it simple. And then I think the last part of an onboarding is always saying these words. And you guys have heard me say them every Zoom. I tell my new person, businesses do not grow in a day. They don't grow in a week. They don't grow in a year. They don't grow in 2 years. They don't grow in 3 years. Businesses take time to grow. If you were to start any traditional business for tons of money, financial advisors would sit you down and tell you that it's going to take 5 to 7 years to see any profit. I want you to look at Lavelle the same way. I don't even want you to come to me if you're going to think about quitting before 5 years. You cannot. You have to be consistent and stay in this and be on that 5 to 7 year plan. I don't know when you're going to make money, how much. That's the biggest thing is with a new person, you never make promises. You never put all your focus on money. You don't tell anybody they're for sure going to get VIP bonuses because most won't. You don't lie to people. You don't make things sound easier than they are. They are easy. But it's going to take work and effort to step out of your comfort zone. It's still going to take time and energy. And so what you do is need to be realistic with that brand new promoter. I think above all, that's probably the most important thing. So that's kind of the onboarding process for me for a brand new promoter. And look, like Stacy Weisenberger says, there's 1,000 ways to the beach. Everybody does things differently. They have their own styles. I know some people that have VIP groups that they shove people in. Some people plug them into bots. I don't do any of that. I don't want to overwhelm a person. I don't shove them in 8 groups. They go into one group. They're in a message with me and my uplines, and I am plugging into that person daily if they want to run for VIP bonuses. And I'm keeping it super, super simple. Next question. Hold on a second. Let me find it. Let's see. Best way to get samples out. Well, there's lots of different ways to get samples out, but the first and foremost way to get samples out is ask. I want to say, I'd love this. Here's the thing is if you know a person's want, need, or hate, if you know why your mom needs Thrive, you should absolutely approach her. If you know why your sister, your coworker, your neighbor needs Thrive. Now, if you don't know why they need Thrive, then you should not approach them. But if you know why, if there's somebody you've built a relationship with or have a current relationship with, and you know why they need Thrive, would you go to them if they had cancer and you just found the cure? Would you go to them? Of course you would. If your next door neighbor was a runner and you just heard a friend of yours tell you about the most comfortable pair of tennis shoes for runners, would you tell your neighbor? Of course you would. Okay, so if you know your neighbor's not sleeping at night and we have rest, why wouldn't you tell her? Okay, so you should absolutely be telling people all the time about what Thrive is and why they need it in their lives. It's how you approach a person. If I approach my mom and say, hey, I'm selling this stuff, do you want to buy it from me? It's called Thrive and it does all these things that could help you. She's going to say no. But if I approach my mom and say, Mom, oh my God, do you know how you do not sleep at night? And you've been on Ambien and you hate it because you have these weird dreams and you walk in your sleep. Dude, oh my God, I found this stuff. I've been falling asleep within 20 minutes. It is the best stuff I've ever had, ever. You should see the testimonies. Mom, I think this stuff is really going to help you. You've got to try it. What do you have to lose? My mom's going to try it then. It's all about how you say it, the way you say it, how you approach it. People don't even know that I'm selling these products. They have no idea because all I do is share it like I would share anything else in my life that I didn't sell. It's all how you want to look at it. It's all how you want to do it. So how do I get samples out? Number 1, ask. Number 2, stories, Facebook post. Hey, I'm doing a drawing today, especially new people. These work. I'm doing a drawing to get out, if you're looking for better sleep, emotional support, free from aches and discomforts or weight management, I'm doing a free drawing for a giveaway. Put their thing below. And then guess what? I pick a winner. And then everyone else, I message them privately and say, you know what? You didn't win, but guess what? Today, I'm doing samples for half off for you only. I drew your name for a half off sample. Or I'm going to go to stories, or there's a million ways, but the biggest way is ask. Ask, get over yourself. Stop making this so difficult. Why is it hard? Here's the thing. There's 1 billion people in this world, right? And there's only a small amount, 0.0001% of the world knows about Thrive. And we know people want it because we have thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of stories on the fan page, right? We also know people are successful at the business because we have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of 200Ks. We have tons of millionaires. So we know people want it. We know they're finding people that want it. If you're not finding people that want it, it's because you're not asking. It's because you're not growing your network. It's just, we could be on that topic all day, but at the end of the day, it's just ask. And I also want to say that, my goal coming into this when I started was Chas told me, and I follow the leader. I don't complicate things. I ask my leaders, so what did you do? And they say, this is what I did. And I say, okay, I'm copying that. Why do I reinvent the wheel? Like, I might put my twist on things, but I'm going to do it the way they did it because obviously that's worked time and time and time again. So here's the thing with samples is when I came in, Chas said, here's my deal. Since I've started, my goal every week is to get out 5 mini experiences. Because if I can get out 5 mini experiences a week, if that is my goal every week, is I have to get out 5 of these, then I'm going to run into people that sign as customers and promoters along the way. I may not get out all 5, but I sure as heck am going to try. And if I don't, I'm probably going to sign customers and promoters. And she was right. because my goal every week is five samples. But you know what happens when I'm trying to find 5 people just to give a sample to? Some of those people end up buying a whole month. Some of those people say, well, what's the business? And they end up signing as a promoter. And so I don't always get out 5 samples because because some of those people that I tried to give a sample to now want to do more than that. They want to be a customer. They want to be a promoter. So don't just go in, even though your goal is to get out samples every day, make sure that you're always letting people know there's other options. So even if I put a post on my Facebook page that said, hey, you know, I'm doing a giveaway today, post, you know, your favorite emoji below and you'll go into the drawing. I don't know what it is, but let's just say that's what it was. And let's say I had 50 people. I'm going to message each one of those people and say, oh my God, I did the drawing. You're not my winner, but I wanted to tell you about this product, just a little bit about my story and the options if you ever wanted to purchase. And it would look like this. First of all, you know, most people jump in and do a month's supply. And right now I've got 2 left where I can give you free shipping. Normally it's $200, but I can get you a 20% discount. My discount right now, there is no obligation to ever order again. I can get it to $150 and then do free shipping. And it's a month supply. You're going to feel amazing. I can't wait for you to try it. The second option is you can just try it for a couple weeks for $100. Third option is I can customize a package to fit your budget. Fourth option is I can get a sample in the mail to you, and those are normally $30, but for you, I have 5 spots left for $20 samples or $10 samples or whatever you want to sell those for. So I always let people know about the other options, and you would be surprised at how many of those people go, well, I think I'll try the full month then, since you've got that discount, 20% discount and then free shipping. I got, you know what, and I'm not obligated to buy again. Okay, I'll try that. Or what's this business side of it? When they go to create the account and they see the video. So, you know, along the way of trying to find people and convert those samples to, you know, converting samples to customers and promoters is all about the follow-up. So once the sample is out there, once that person has got the sample in their hand, it's putting them through our funnel. How many of you guys, just by show of hands, how many of you don't know what the funnel is? How many of you in the chat have no idea what our funnel is? You're like, right now, you're like, what the hell is she talking about? Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna already know that there's quite a few. Maybe because you're new, maybe because you just aren't familiar with that verbiage. There's a million things, but what is the funnel? The funnel is everything. The funnel is, I don't know how we got away from this or why everyone is not centered around this, but when I came in and went 200K in 30 days, okay, we still hold the record in this company for the fastest team to 200K. We did it by sampling and funnel. And we continue to do it that way, sampling and funnel over and over and over again. That's what we did because that's how we grew. And we did it that way forever. And then somewhere along the way, people start to make things difficult. Somewhere along the way, people start to put their spin on things and they don't stick to what people were doing originally. And I can tell you firsthand by looking at our organization that there are several people, because they've gotten away from what works and what worked in the beginning will always work, they've slowed down. We've got to get back to using the funnel. And the funnel is once you get a sample in someone's hands, it's putting them through a series of things that they have to do to get a discount on their mini experience. The funnel creates excitement. The funnel creates them signing up as a future customer or promoter. So the first step in the funnel is when somebody's in your inbox and they say, okay, I want to try a sample. How much is it? The first step is, well, normally my samples are $30, but today I'm going to do it for 15 if you go through my funnel. Well, what's your funnel? It's just a couple of simple steps you have to do to get the discount. It's so easy. Sure. Okay, I'll do that. Or if you're going to do it for free, which I don't recommend, I would recommend you charge something for your samples. But if you decide you're going to do it for free, you at least need to make them walk through that funnel process. So the funnel, what is it? The first step is making sure they create a free account with you. They must create a free account with you. If they do not create a free account with you, they do not get anything. Period. End of story. No samples. There's several reasons for this, you guys, but the very first reason is because now they're locked into you. Do you want to do all the work, explain everything, send out a sample, and then they go sign with their neighbor? No. Do you want them to sign with you? Get the free account. The second reason you want them to get locked in with that free account is because when they go to create the free account, they're going to look at the video. They're going to see the products. They're going to get more interested. It's dripping more information on them. It's giving it third-party credibility and validity other than you saying this stuff is awesome. Now they see, wow, okay, this is an actual website. Look at these products. There's other things. Check out this video. Look at these testimonies. Like, that's where it becomes more real for that person. So the first step in the funnel is making sure they create a free account. The second step in the funnel is liking the Le-Vel fan page. You need to send them the link to the Le-Vel fan page. You go to Facebook, get the link, send it to them and say, click this and like this page. Please read through these stories. Why is that important? It is another way that they're going to get dripped on by the company. Another way that they're going to get third-party credibility that these products are amazing. More stories other than yours, because not everyone is going to connect or click with you. But hearing it from someone else, that is usually where the person decides they want to try the product or go further and even become a promoter. So making sure they like the Le-Vel fan page. Why? Why are they doing this? For that third-party credibility, so that stories are popping up in their feed, so that they can click on it and get more people saying this stuff rocks, okay? The next part of the funnel is putting them in a three-way message with an upline or downline or sideline. Somebody that has a similar situation to that prospect. So maybe your prospect that you're sending a sample to is a teacher with twins. Go find a teacher with twins or a teacher with a baby or something similar and say, hey, do you have 5 seconds if I put you in a message with my new prospect to share your story? Because once that person can relate to someone else, they go, oh, this person's like me. If it worked for them, it can work for me too, right? Because I'm 47 years old. I have old kids. I'm not going to relate to a brand new mom that's 26. But someone else on my team is. So third-party credibility, getting them in that three-way message. The next part of the funnel is making sure that they're letting you tag them in a Facebook message and making sure it goes on their Facebook page when you send out the sample. Hey, Sarah, so excited. Your 3 days of hope is in the mail, and it's just you holding up the package. Nobody knows what's in it, but it's making their Facebook watchers go, what's in that? What is it? What's 3 days of hope? I want to know what that is. It's just getting people's attention. And then that last step in the funnel is making sure that they tag you in a post once they receive the sample and post on Facebook with their patch, or the first morning they try it, opening their capsules. You can walk them through making a post and tagging you. They have to tag you so that you can see anyone that's liking or commenting on that post. They are future prospects. They are people that may want to thrive as well. So now you can help your new customer thrive for free, or even become a promoter if they get a lot of interest. That's walking somebody through the funnel. Now, different leaders have different versions of the funnel. Some have more steps, some have less steps, but those are the steps that I came in with. And that is what works, right? That's getting third-party credibility in as much as possible. So making sure if you want to convert customers and promoters, now it's following up. Now that you put them through the funnel, now as soon as they get that sample, it's, oh my God, my sample just came. What do I do now? Because that's what I say to people. You're going to get this in the mail. The second you get it, message me, because I have to give you the directions. You have got to take this the right way for it to work. So message me as soon as it comes. I'm in their inbox 2 days later. Did you get it yet? Did you get it yet? And they're like, dang, this girl, this stuff must work, because she's excited. Like, she can't wait till I get this. Then when they get it, I walk them through how to use it. And then I check in with them that day, because if they feel anything at all, you guys, I'm going to go, shut up. You're telling me the first day you already felt more energy? Can you imagine what you're going to feel like day 30? Okay, girlfriend, we have got to get you We need to order a full 30 days so that you can really see what this is going to do for you. Because trust me, after day 3, you're going to be mad you ran out of this. Look, I've got a discount right now. I can get you 20% off plus free shipping. Do you want it? I've got one left. I'm telling you. And that's where that third party credibility is, because I'm going to do that in the message I did with the person that's like them. That 3-way message I put them in with somebody that shared their story. And that person's going to jump in with me and go, oh my God, shut up. We're so excited for you. Oh my God, yes, you've got to try it. Shut up. Lisa's going to give you this discount. That's crazy. Yes, you've got to try this. Okay, I'll do it. That's the excitement, right? It's getting with them, striking while the iron's hot. The second they feel something, I'm going in for, we've got to get this in your body for 30 days. Now, if they can't do it, they'll tell you they can't do it. One of my tricks before I get that in the mail, if I'm about to send out a mini experience, one of the tricks I've always used that changed the game for me, that still changes the game for me, is I say to a person, oh my gosh, girlfriend, I am about to walk out the door to the post office to mail out all my samples for today. You're on my list for today, but hey, before I send this, I've got one quick question for you. And they say, what's up? And I'll say, well, here's the deal. I know when you get this, you're going to love it because everybody does. And then they want to order immediately because people get mad if they have to run out of this stuff. So my question is if I send this to you and you love it, are you going to be ready to place your order? I say that every single time the same way. Now they're going to either say, yes, oh my God, heck yes, if this works, I'm going to be ready. Boom, you already got the validation. Now when they get it and they feel something, you just say, let's do it. They've already committed to it. Or they're going to say, oh my God, Lisa, I can't. I don't get paid for like 3 weeks. And I'll say, oh my God, Sally, I'm so glad you told me that. You know what? I'm going to set this aside. I'm going to put a note on my calendar, and I'm going to send this out in 3 weeks because I want you to be able to order it and not have to run out of it because I know you're going to love it. Okay. So do you want me to send your money back, or do you want me to keep you and hold this sample for you? That's how you're going to see if someone's serious. Or they're going to say, no, I don't have the money. I can't afford it. And then my answer is going to be, well, are you sure you still want me to send this thing? And it's got to be money, guys. You have to charge. This is why it's so important. If you're not putting value on your product, no one else is. And I'll say, oh my God, I'm so glad you told me that. You know what? Let's do this. Let me hold this sample. You know what? I want to get this in your hands when you can afford it. So you let me know, or I'll let you know when they update things and they have specials, and we will get this to you when I know that you can afford to buy it. Let's change the game. Just that one question before going to the mailbox, because now you're going to understand whether somebody was serious, just pulling your leg. Did they have intentions on buying it or not? And can they purchase it right now? Because again, it's about striking while the iron's hot, you guys. If I send that sample out and they can't order for 3 weeks, do you know what's going to happen? They're going to get the sample. They're going to feel amazing, and they're going to want to order right now, right? Because when something makes you feel good right now, you're going to go, okay, let's do it. But 3 weeks is going to go by till they get paid, and they're going to forget all about how good they felt. They're going to think about the 3 other 1,000 bills that they have to pay, and they're end up going to not ordering because something is going to get in the way. So it's important you get the sample in the hands of a person at the right time. And that right time is when they can afford to purchase it. And you cannot be giving free samples, because if somebody cannot pay $10 for a sample, do you think they can pay $150, $120? No. If they are not willing to invest $15 into a sample, then they are definitely not willing to put more money than that in, right? So you want to get these samples in the hands of people that are serious, that truly, truly want the products. I know we talked a lot of samples. Facebook formula, from choosing which groups to posting what in groups for visibility, to posting on your timeline, then sparking conversation, then leading into sampling. Yeah, so I mean, everybody does this a little bit differently, but I mean, COVID really got me up to date on how I build my business through Facebook groups. And I can tell you that I have become a pretty big pro at doing it. And I think the key is, I mean, there's so many little things. I could do just a 2-hour training on Facebook algorithm and how to flip it around and where you're going wrong and all of those things. Like, that's a whole nother Zoom. But what I can tell you is that you need to pick 2 or 3 groups that you're super passionate about that have nothing to do with Thrive. Then once you get in those groups, you need to make an introductory post. Every week, you need to make an introductory post in that group. It's just something about you, something you want to share, help or advice on that topic, whatever that group is, and then asking a question at the end so people have to comment on your post. Okay, so just an example. Let's say you got into a hiking group. Hi, my name is Lisa. I'm from Arizona. I'm an avid hiker. I've hiked this mountain, this mountain, this mountain, blah, blah, blah. So tell me, I'm traveling all over the country. I hike all the time. So tell me, where is the favorite place you've ever hiked before? Like when I'm traveling, where must I hike or whatever? Now you're going to have everybody and their mother in that group. Hi, Lisa, my name's so-and-so, and my favorite hike was this mountain. Or you have to go here, or you have to go here. A post like that, you could work that post for days and days and days, right? Because now you're meeting all these people in the group and they want to give you their advice and their opinion and their whatever. And now I click on those people and I figure out, do I want to be a friend with this person? Stacy Weisenberger calls it speed dating. She adds people and speed dates them for a week. She goes to their page. She figures out, is this somebody I'd want to continue a relationship with or not? If not, then I'm going to unfriend. If so, I'm going to keep them and build that relationship. We're going to talk about life and kids and babies and husbands and doggies and kitties and whatever, makeup and jewelry and whatever, right? Anything but Thrive. Because as long as Stacy is staying consistent in her stories and on her Facebook page and sprinkling Thrive in there about how it's changed her family's life and lives of other people on her team and products that she's personally using, the people that she's building relationships with every day in the hiking group are going to see those posts. And they're eventually going to, in one of their conversations, go, what do you do? Or what's that stuff? Or I keep seeing, or thought I saw, it's going to come up. And if it doesn't, Stacy's finally going to get to a place where she's going to feel comfortable saying something to them because she's been building a relationship with them. And she has figured out how Thrive can help them. Because once you figure out how Thrive can help somebody, then it's okay to go in. It's okay to say, you know what, I can't help but seeing that you don't sleep at night. I've got something for that. I've been taking something for that and it's helped me. I don't even say I have something for that. I make it sound like it's something I picked up at Walgreens that I found. They just want to know how to get it and where I got it. Like you guys are overcomplicating this and making it too difficult. It's all about just making friends. If you wake up every day and you say to yourself, I'm not trying to side customers and promoters today. I'm just trying to make friends today. Doesn't it take the pressure off? Like that's what this is all about. So you want to make sure that you are just making friends, building relationships. Thrive is part of you. It's going to come up, just like it's going to come up if you have a daughter or a doggy, or if you like makeup or jewelry or candles or bubble baths. It doesn't really matter, because if you're building a relationship with another human being, you're going to talk. And when you talk, things that you like in your life, your job and your habits and your dislikes and your likes, those things come up. And it's not hard. It's just conversation. It's not something you have to work on. It's not something that you have to, think about how it will be brought up, because it'll come up if it needs to come up. It'll come up when it's supposed to come up. You just have to stop overanalyzing and overthinking about it. But yes, join a Facebook group, a couple. You don't need to join 5,000, just a couple. You make posts once a week, offering suggestions, support, and help, and then asking for feedback so that people have to comment. Those are the people commenting are the people that you can friend request. And when they say, oh, how do I know you? Oh, we're in the dog group together and you gave me that advice. Thanks so much. Awesome. And they accept you. And then you speed date them. Is this somebody that I think would thrive at some point in life? Or is it somebody that I just think I want to build a relationship with further? So, like I said, that topic could be a 2-hour Zoom on its own, but that's just a quick version of what that looks like. And then I think I can maybe do one more question here. So hold on a second. Just out of curiosity, has what we talked about, and Stacy just posted about the funnel, perfect, in the Dream Team page, if you guys weren't familiar with it. Is what we talked about, though, helping at all? Being disciplined versus being inspired. I'll end with this. And then obviously, I think I just need to start going live a couple times a week in the Dream Team 21 page with trainings, because you all have lots of things that you want, and just enough of it can't get done in 1 hour. But we'll end with this one: how to teach, or being disciplined versus being inspired. You know, here's the thing, and this is why people quit their business so much, is because they lose the fire that they felt when they first started, and they confuse that with discipline, right? Let me tell you what, I was not inspired to get on and do this Zoom tonight. I was chilling. I was catching up on Dexter episodes. I had done a ton of stuff for my business today because I was in Vegas and I was kind of burned out. I was like getting a ton of three-way messages. Like, I was busy with work today, and I just sat down and I watched one episode, and I'm trying to catch up on Dexter because the new season's coming out in the fall. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to watch them all over again. Dude, I did not want to get on this. I was not inspired to get on this. I was disciplined to get on this. I know that every Thursday at 9, no matter what's happening, 6 my time, that this Zoom happens, whether I feel like it or I don't. For 11 years, I've been doing this. And that fire that I felt in the beginning, that goes away all the time. Like, there's nothing better than the beginning of something, right? There's nothing better than the beginning of a brand new relationship, right? You want to kiss all the time. You don't want to like stab a fork through their eye because of the way they chew their food. Yet, like, it's just awesome, right? It's the same thing with this business. Like, I remember when I got my new puppies, oh, they're so cute. Now it's like, okay, they're with me every day and they are so cute and they bring light to my life. But there's sometimes where I just want to lock them in cages because there's 3 of them and they want to bark when I get on a Zoom. And then there's sometimes in this business where I'm like, if one more person quits, if one more person complains, if one more person's in my inbox, like, there's days that I wish that I could go back to waiting tables for 5 seconds. I'm like, that was easier. I'm disciplined. And the excitement comes back. It keeps coming back because every single time a brand new person on our team hits 200K, that fire is in my belly again. Every single time we hit a new 12K on this team that gets the auto bonus, that fire, I feel that it's lit, right? It's not every day. It's not all the time, but it's when I sign that brand new person and they hit VIP 800, the way they feel and how it's changing their family's life already. It's when I get that message from a customer that says, thank you for introducing these products to me. They've changed my whole entire life. I can't believe how much better I feel. That doesn't happen every day. In fact, sometimes I get customers, I had one last week that she stopped using the products because she said that there has to be something wrong with these products if she gets blisters on her skin from the GFT. Look, this isn't going to be everyone's cup of tea. Sometimes it's not even my cup of tea, but I find ways. If I have sometimes weeks where I'm like, ugh, but you know what I do? I force myself to get on Zooms, and every single time I do, I get off and I have okay. I don't know what happened. That was weird. I didn't want to get on tonight's Zoom, but I did, right? And now I'm so glad I did because I got the fire. I'm like, yeah, oh my God, this is reminding me, we got to talk about this and we got to do this. And I see the people on here and I know the people that show up every week. And I'm like, oh my God, we are not done until every person gets to this place. You guys, no matter what you do in this life, you're not always going to be inspired, right? You have to find the inspiration. You have to go out there and you have to make yourself inspired. And when there's nothing to be inspired by because you just had it, then you hop on a Zoom or you listen to a recorded call and you get a fire in your belly by listening to someone's story, or you go to the fan page and you read through the hundreds of thousands of stories of the lives that have changed by this product. You do what you have to do. But don't get that confused, because if you only work when you're inspired, you're never going to get anywhere. If you only work when you're motivated, you're never going to get anywhere. It's just like that person going to the gym. Do you think they want to get up at 5:30 in the morning before work? No. My sister just had a post about this. She said, I don't ever want to go, ever. I physically have to make myself. And there's some mornings she cries because she doesn't want to go. And then she gets there and she does it and she feels so good for the rest of the day. So what I'm trying to say is that you're going to have to force yourself sometimes, but you're going to have to do it. And what I want you guys to think about is the alternative. What's the alternative for you? Like, what is the alternative? You know, the alternative is for me, I can quit, but then I'm going to have to go back to waiting tables and bartending because that's the only thing I've ever done. And that's all I know. And I'm sorry, but I don't want to work 70 hours a week again. That's the alternative. I don't want to have to worry about my kids and what they're doing and not be home and miss everything. And I don't want to have the crappy Christmases. And I don't want to have to never go on a vacation again and driving around in a 300,000-mile car. Like, I don't want those things for my life anymore. And so anytime I need motivation, I think about the alternative, because no matter what you do in life, you're not going to be inspired every day. I don't care if you have the best life on this planet and you're doing your dream job, because I am. There's some days you don't feel like doing your dream job. There's sometimes your dream job will suck. You just have to think about what that alternative is. And then you have to get disciplined. You get up every day, you know what you have to do. You work this like a business. You treat it like a business, whether you feel like it or not, because that's what it takes in this world to get someplace. That's what it takes to be successful at anything in life, is to do it even when you don't want to. Do it even when you don't feel like it. Do it when it's not even going your way. Do it when it's going backwards. That's the hardest part. You know how many times I've had to do this going backwards? I've gone backwards for 2 years in a row. Like, I've done that many times in the last 12 years. Backwards for 2 years, up, finally forwards. Like, I had to do it when I thought it was falling apart. You just do it. But here's the good news, is you've got somebody on this Zoom tonight that's been here 11 years that can tell you that I've seen it all. And do you want to know what I know? That if you stick with it, you'll get somewhere. I know that because I've watched. And the people that stick it out and have stuck this business out for 5 to 7 years always get somewhere. The people that don't, they quit. I don't know where they are now, but I know where the people are that stick it out. They always get somewhere. And do you know where the people are that go backwards? They always go back up if they stick it out. It always turns around. There's always better days. The only people that don't have better days are the people that quit. I mean, they might, I don't know. I don't know where they are. I can only speak for the people that I've watched stick this out. And I can tell you that I believe with everything in me that each one of you on here, as long as you stick this out, treat it like a business, get consistent, do it when you don't want to do it, and look at the big picture, always with the big picture in mind. As long as you stay there and stay focused and be on that 5 to 7 year plan, in 7 years, this business will have changed your life. This business will be making a difference financially for you. In 7 years, you will not be looking at your life and going, damn, I wish I didn't spend the time doing this. There's nobody on my team that stuck with me in this industry for 7 years that says, damn, I wish I would have just quit. Not one person. So it's just about you and your decision. Okay, I know we're over. It's 5 minutes. You guys, thank you for hopping on. I appreciate it. I love it when I'm not talking to myself. I would love to see thousands of people on every Thursday. I think we're capable of that. I mean, we have a team page with 6,000 people in, but yet every week we get 150 people on this. I'll never understand it. But at the end of the day, I learned a long time ago not to focus on who doesn't show up, but focus on who does. So I appreciate all of you guys for being on every week. I love seeing the familiar faces and the new. And remember what I said, it's up to you guys as leaders to make sure your team gets on here, right? If you want to grow, we should be growing. This Zoom every week should be growing in numbers. That's how we should be calculating our growth. By going every week, this Zoom grows. And guess what, guys? It stayed stagnant now for a year. It's because you guys are not plugging people in and you're not keeping people. You're signing people. Some of you are signing lots of people, but you are not keeping them. Are you onboarding them right? Are you doing the right things with your new promoter? And above all else, are you plugging them in? That's your job. Okay, that's your job until they make it their job. All right, guys, love you. Have a good one. We'll see you next Thursday. And hey, please, that post that I made about topics and just things you want me to go live on, go to that post, put whatever you guys got, whatever you want to know more about, put it there, and I will start going live during the day and just kind of hopefully a couple times a week, maybe more. And I will just pick a topic of what somebody put there, and then we'll kind of archive those videos so people will have them. So if you've got something that you wished I would talk about or train on, go put it in that post in the Dream Team 21 page. Love you guys. Have a good one. Happy Thursday. Thank you for recording, Danny. You're the bomb.com. And thanks. Thanks, everybody. See you guys next week.